The Long Meadow by Vijay Seshadri. Near the end of one of the old poems, the Son of Righteousness, the source of virtue and civility, on whose back the kingdom is carried, as on the back of the tortoise the earth is carried, passes into the next world. The wood is dark. The wood is dark, and on the other side of the wood, the sea is shallow, warm, endless. In and around it, there is no threat of life. So little is the atmosphere charged with possibility that he might as well be wading through a flooded basement. He waits for what seems like forever, and never stops to rest in the shade of the metal rain trees, springing out of the water at fixed intervals. Time, though endless, is also short. So he waits on until he walks out of the sea and into the mountains, where he burns on the windward slopes and freezes in the valleys. After unendurable struggles, he finally arrives at the celestial realm. The god waits there for him. The god invites him to enter. But looking through the glowing portal, he sees on that happy plain not those he thinks wait eagerly for him. His beloved, his brothers, his companions in war and exile, all long since dead and gone, but sitting pretty and enjoying the gorgeous sunset. His cousin and bitter enemy, the cause of that war, that exile, whose arrogance and vicious indolence plunged the world into grief. The god informs him that yes, those he loved have been carried down the river of fire. Their thirst for justice offended the cosmic powers, who are jealous of justice. In their place, in the celestial realm called Alaukika in the ancient texts, the breaker of faith is now glorified. He at least acted in keeping with his nature, who has not felt a little of the despair the Son of Righteousness now feels. Staring wildly around him, the god watches, not without compassion and a certain wonder. This is the final illusion, the one to which all the others lead. He has to pierce through it himself. Without divine assistance, he will take a long time about it, with only his dog to keep him company. The mongrel dog, celebrated down the millennia, who has waited with him, shivered and burned with him, and never abandoned him to his loneliness. That dog bears a slight resemblance to my dog. A skinny, restless, needy, overprotective mutt, who was rescued from a crack house by Suzanne. On weekends, and when I can shake free during the week, I take her to the Long Meadow in Prospect Park, where dogs are allowed off the leash in the early morning. She's gray-muscled and old now, but you can't tell that by the way she runs.